Okay, I am tickled. Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it is CoronaCon. Dave Anderson in the building. Want to thank everybody for coming through. Like, this has been amazing, so much so that we've had to extend days. So this is day 7 of CoronaCon, and tomorrow is going to be day 8. Dave Anderson, the business bully. I want to let you know that this has been an exciting adventure for us. As opposed to being cooped up and binging on Netflix. Everybody that saw season 3 of Ozark, if you haven't, they kill the family. No, I'm kidding. Spoiler alert, they don't kill the family. I'm just fucking with y'all. Now everybody like,
you should have left it like that.
No, I hate spoilers. Yo, I will fuck you up over a spoiler. I mean that wholeheartedly.
Like, really? Okay, we'll get into that.
Yeah, I hate that shit. Like, don't ruin the movie for me. Like, that's the worst. So let me shout out a couple of people who have been instrumental in helping people during this time of crisis. First, shameless plug for the Winston box. Y'all have not gotten this. If you've got a big and tall man in your life, 1X to 6XLT, you can go to thewinstonbox.com. It's thewinstonbox.com. And you can put in bully at checkout and get $25 off your first box. 1X to 6XLT, we've made over $25,000 in donations of clothing for big and tall men who are essentials and are still working out here in the field. So super excited about that. Also want to shout out my man George Dandridge. He's doing this thing. So more on him tomorrow. But tonight, it's time for some goddamn mess. Listen, the title of this program is Beyond 2020. The following people ain't gonna make it. And to bring about the order of business this evening is one of my favorite comedians of all time.
Wow.
If you are not familiar with, definitely top 5 dead or alive. If you have not, but that is a hell of a bomb.
Oh yeah, shout out to my nieces.
Wake and Bake Coffee Company. So it's a coffee mug.
Here.
So it's tea in there.
And
it's a bomb. Yo, black people are amazing, man.
No, nigga, come on, we're kings and queens. I have the coldest shit, bro. I was gonna go with the one that matched the vibe in the room.
Yeah,
I was gonna go with that one, but I was downstairs. What's that, baby?
You got a red velvet in there right now.
Oh, bruh. I collect bombs. I collect shit I like. I collect.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay, good. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Anyway, if you have ever paid attention to damn near any comedian that you can think of, this brother has had a level of influence beyond what he's ever given credit for.
Wow.
Well, I mean, listen, I'm a comic, so I'm gonna keep it funky. It's a whole lot of people, who have paid this man to write jokes for them, and some people who have stolen jokes from him.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, I ain't gonna say no names because I don't want to be messy. But you know who you are with your bitch asses. And
we talk about that too.
Yeah, we'll talk about that too. If you've ever seen D.L. Hughley on TV1, this brother right here is always bringing that real, honest, dope ass perspective. This man's perspective on what needs to happen, especially when it comes to black people in the black community, is something that I strive for every single day. So this is my OG. This is my homie. He's always kept it very real with me. He's always been just a blessing. And when I start to go out on a limb, he's right there with me, like, we climbing this bitch. So without any further ado, the incomparable Geoff Brown, ladies and gentlemen, my mans.
What's going on, brother?
Man, trying to be like you when I grow up. If I grow up,
aim higher. Aim higher. Well, I'm honored. Well, first of all, let me say, man, I'm absolutely honored to do this. I was gonna go way the fuck out on the deep end and have my beats playing, but I'm a perfectionist. I couldn't get them to mix into my iPad and hear you. I don't know. There's some other shit I'm
Yeah.
But at any rate, I really, really am blessed by this and blessed by this opportunity. This is so dope, bro. You are on where I must give you high marks is the fact that you stand on the cusp of something you recognize. I don't think Don Cornelius knew how big Soul Train was going to be. I don't think Berry Gordy knew how big Motown was going to be, or that their global and social significance. You motherfucker, however, you know what you're doing. I applaud you. And in the words of Jeremy Renner in the movie The Town, when your boy asked him, he said, "Hey, I'm gonna need your help. We gotta do something horrible. So it might get bloody, and you can never talk about it. You down?" He looked right at him and said, "Who car we taking?" Right. When you hit me up, nigga, who car we taking? Yes, sir. So let's get into it. You want to talk to me, or let's
chop it up, man. So first, how's everybody? How's your family dealing with this virus?
Well, the family is good, man. To be honest, if I can brag on them, my married family ain't no slow peddlers over here. Everybody hustlers, everybody forethought, everybody sharp. So we didn't have to hoard. We are well armed and prepared. And the whole social distancing thing, we was ahead. We was like, this is some nasty shit that they don't know what the fuck they talking about with. And the most important, we are a bunch of vegetarian hippie stoners. We ready. We're good, man. We're good. But thank you for asking.
Plant-based all around.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, most of us. We got some meat eaters still holding out, but most of us, yes, plant-based.
Yeah, I'm doing a goodbye tour of the meat this month.
Yes, sir. When does that start? Have you started?
No, we're starting May 1st because I got to wait for everything to get in. We're doing the menu, and we want to make sure that everybody who's doing the challenge with us over at theplantbasedbully.com, if you haven't signed up for that yet, has enough time to order their food and get their food and whatnot. And I'm excited about this, man. Like I didn't had enough milk and cheese and eggs and shit where it's like, okay, you know, if we got some alternatives that'll work and I'm going to enjoy it. Cool. You mean to tell me I can eat all these motherfucking plants? Cool. I'm gonna eat all this, bro.
Well, brother, I'm gonna tell you that as we back into the subject matter, your mindset is not a coincidence that you feel the way you do at the time that you feel how you feel. The fact that there are stages of man. I'm gonna take you on the ride. It's gonna be worth the trip. There are stages of man.
Yes, sir.
When you get to 18, society says you are a man. You are old enough to go and die for this country. You are a man. I say between 18 and 29 are your man years. At 30, you ought to be a grown man. You ought to be done with young man shit. Or at least have it in your rearview mirror. Staying out till 4, 3 days a week, going to work pink-eyed because I can, and thinking that you're doing something when what you don't understand you're doing is you're giving work and the club your best time. You're not giving any of that to you. You're supposed to be past that at 30. I say from 30 to about 40. You get out of grown man at 40. You get over into grown ass man. I'm a grown ass man. I got grown ass man clothes. I got shoes you can't play basketball in. I got a Xbox or a PlayStation, but it's put neatly in my entertainment center. It ain't in the middle of the floor next to my Jordans, which are the only things I possess, because that's some young man shit. I'm a grown-ass man. A grown-ass man with responsibilities and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's from 40 to 50. Once you hit 50, you're supposed to be a goddamn grown-ass man. It's supposed to be some shit that, look here, I'll be 55 in May. Dave, I'm a goddamn grown-ass man. There is certain shit that I'm over, that I don't do, that I don't approach, that I got them what the fuck I look like friends. So if I call, say, my friend Kevin Rouse and go, hey, Kev, let's put on some skinny jeans. Geoff, the fuck we look like doing that? You're right, Kev, you right. I was outside of my goddamn grown-ass man energy. You, sir, are coming into your grown-ass man energy. Right at the cusp of going from the age of Pisces into Aquarius. Which means that you are a messenger of sorts. You are doing what you're supposed to be doing, when you're supposed to be doing it, and that's why it feels so good and so much shit falls into place for you, sir. I applaud you for doing that. And part of that is your desire to even entertain, even think about plant-based eating. That's not just on you. That is the cosmic shift of you. Because if I came at you in 1997 talking about, nigga, we just gonna eat plants. Well, first, I wouldn't have came at you then, because in 97, I wasn't on that shit. Fuck out of here. What you mean? I can eat anything that I'm fast enough to catch, or I can pay for somebody who was fast enough to catch it. I should be able to eat any of that. But because you are evolving higher, because of your evolution is here. Because of that, you have caught the frequency that says, I must take care of my temple as best I can. That is a frequency. And you can't always, unless your parents put you on that shit, or you got on it early, your radio don't tune to that frequency at 19. It's too high. You got to get up on your grown ass man pedestal before that happens. Or some people will have that frequency, but as an average, you have come into that frequency is the whole point for taking that fucking ride. Now I'm going to smoke some more.
I'm with it. You know, to me, I'm at a point where I realized, like, you know, it got to a point I was like, I don't see any big ass elderly people.
Come on.
And the elderly people I do see that are you know, smaller than me, but still big as shit. They got the gout.
Or on their way to or from dialysis.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like getting that shit, and then, you know, heart attacks and then mild strokes. Like mild stroke should be something that should be referred to as a sexual encounter, not something that should be happening to your brain.
No, it shouldn't.
And, no.
Brother, let me put it this way. I'm not saying that my way of life, my way of living, eating, doing, being is absolutely perfect. I'm not saying that plant-based eating is going to have me live forever.
No.
What I am saying is that I want whatever my death is going to be to also be a complete and utter fucking surprise. I do not, I see the death of eating meat and dairy. I see that one coming. I see the death of out in the street moving weight. I see that death. I see the death of being straddled with debt far past when I thought I was going to retire. I see those deaths. I shift my trajectory to miss those. I don't just see them in the water and go, I hope I don't miss them.
Right.
And so many of us do. And what you are doing, again, you are communing. I am a believer that the 60, the 70, the 80, the 90, and the 100-year-old Dave all exist right now. As do the 30, the 20, all the way back to your mother's womb. All in time, you exist. And you must learn to commune with them all, whether you know it or not. The 60-year-old Dave that wants to be able to race his grandbabies down the street is talking to you right now. Dave, bro, you gotta knock this meat shit off. While you are a superior, well, let's just not kid ourselves. The black man is the superior human being on the planet with their hands down. And because you are, bruh, this is the truth. If I were to take you and a white dude, and shout out to the white people who may be listening, you guys already know this. If I was to take you and a white dude, y'all the same on paper, same numbers, blood pressure, height, weight, blood type, diet, everything, all exactly the same, and put you both on a 12-week exercise and food regimen. In 12 weeks, the white guy looks really nice. Nigga, you look like you finna fight somebody. Why? Because you are superior. Now, because of those superior genetics, you got a little more time. The third quarter is longer for you. If you take care of it. And it's the 60-year-old Dave that's talking to you right now and has put you in this place. The 60-year-old Dave, because of your personal awareness, sometimes can't talk to you till you get to 60. That's like the old nigga in the club. His old dude never talked to him. That's why they met each other in the fucking club. Can't come out. I never would have come up with that unless the weed is helping.
No, I understand. It's ironic you say that. I remember my very last radio job, I told them, I said, listen, if I'm here when I'm 40, take my ass and put me on the urban AC station, the older, adult contemporary station, because I don't want to be the old dude in the club, playing whatever the hell we were playing at the time. And I stand by that shit. I feel like,
right.
I apparently I was tapping into my grown ass man energy then. Because
yes.
So that shit was working my nerves. It was time to go.
Well, and again, I think that kind of plays into the reason I came up with the title of this tonight. The following people ain't gonna make it.
Yes, sir.
And this is just in my humble ass opinion. I think my strength is that I'm not afraid to open the world and expose them to my fuck ups.
Amen.
To where that's it. I have a way to turn a phrase about my own fuck ups. And I am seeing in my travels, in the things I've read, the things I've studied, that this grand shift is in every religious publication. It's in movies. It's in the ether about this time. Astrologically points to this time changing. And this is the part of the change where the universe removes the safety net. And we are all on the tightrope, trying to make it from what was to what is and will be. If you are carrying and not addressing and not damn near over your Achilles heel, you will fall, whatever that is. Let's just start, since we're there, with diet.
Let's start with diet. Why not?
Okay. For those of you who haven't seen it, there's an episode of the Boondocks where they talk about, there's a snippet where they talk about Soul Food, the movie, and how Big Mama dies, and it's from the nasty shit she was giving their family. They bury her, and in order to celebrate, They have a dinner with the same nasty shit. Soul food is made up, when you think of it, of all the worst ingredients you can put in a human body.
Mm.
So you don't really eat soul food. Soul food eats you. And brother, I'm born and raised on the south side of Chicago. This is not, bruh, where it's going down. Okay? Ground zero for whatever the fuck is wrong with black people is the south side of Chicago. The Inglewood section. Dude, that's rough over there. I grew up, when I told my grandmother I wasn't eating pork no more, she was like, boy, you have pig with all the pig I fed you. She only did that because she didn't know any better.
Right.
Our diet was basically made up of, and think about this, the African diet to begin with is not the European diet.
Not at all.
Our diet was made up of the trash of shit we shouldn't have been eating in the first place. And in light of that, look at how much we achieved. The time is up for that. Mm-hmm. It's over. The overuse of sugar, which literally attacks and destroys the immune system. The overuse of dairy and meat. Bruh, these things literally don't have a place in your body. Your body is trying to figure out what the fuck to do with all of this. And that what the fuck to do with all of this turns into mucus. And mucus breeds disease. It breeds inflammation. These are things, and this is not some shit I made up. And I tell you how I got here. I didn't, I've always been kind of conscious on what I ate. But again, great genetics, being black, I ate a bunch of shit I shouldn't have, and it went right through me. No big deal. Until I hit, about 49, 50. Bruh, I started waking up with, and this was after my best friend, James Hanna, died. Yeah, let me get this story in order.
Oh, James is a real good friend of mine too.
Yes, James Hanna was my best friend in the comedy game. He and I were writing partners. Dude, when I tell you this movie that we wrote, that we were fucking with, that we never really finished. Oh my God. Anyway, I watched, and this is how the universe speaks to you. I watched the movie Forks Over Knives because I was talking to my wife, and we were talking about how we need to eat better, how we need to do better. And this movie is basically about the Western diet and how it moves across Europe in World War II with the American troops and their meat and potatoes diet, and how heart disease, diabetes, cancer, heart attacks, strokes all followed this diet, and how this doctor came upon it, set to the backdrop of these doctors who prescribe food. Or that's actually reversed. The World War II thing is set to the backdrop of these doctors who prescribe food for diabetes, food for congestive heart failure, and how they were taking people off of their medications, and how people's blood pressure and blood work was plummeting. And I was watching it, and I was like, babe, you know what? I'm really thinking about us going vegetarian. And at the time, my wife was like, okay, baby, I'm with you from over here. I'm not giving up chicken. I said, okay, well, I got to do this. I bullshit you not. 2 days later, that same weekend, Crystal, James' wife, calls me crying. The paramedics had just got through working on him. He was gone. My friend was gone. And I was like, I can't do this. I got to do better. So I did for about a year. So, and then I started backsliding again on, fuck it, I'm gonna eat a little meat. Fuck it, I'm gonna have some chick. Pretty soon, I was just back to where I was until the right side of my face started to go numb. I would have burning sensation in my hands. I was lightheaded. I would get up in the middle of the night, blind in one eye. I would get just all kind of weird shit was going down. And the straw that broke the camel's back was in Yo City, Philly. I went to Max's. I was there on business. Bruh, look here, I'm from Chicago. The best sandwich I've ever had was that goddamn cheesesteak from Max's. Oh God, with the mushrooms and the fucking cheese. Oh shit! It got stuck. I could feel it in my intestines, stuck, and it would move about 1.5 inches a day. I could feel it. Shit was coming out of me like string cheese. It was like, this is bad. I got on WebMD and I was trying to figure myself out. And I talked to my chiropractor who had been trying to get me to go plant-based. And he said, just come get this when you get back to town. He said, while you're out there, don't eat anything but fruits and vegetables. He said, just eat salads and drink a lot of water. He said, just down water and drink salads. I get back home. I go see this dude. He gives me this stuff called Sonnes, SONNES, number 9 and number 7. They are a bentonite clay and a psyllium husk. He said, take this with some activated charcoal. Brother, when I tell you, it wasn't running, but the shit that came out, I don't remember eating that. I'd never eaten a shoe or a squirrel. What the fuck is that? Was what I was going through as stuff was coming out of me. And I decided to just keep eating the fruits and vegetables. I said, I'm gonna do this for 1 month. Dave, all of those symptoms vanished. I started after the 2nd month to need far less sleep. This is the chief caveat I give to you. Do not disrespect the extra energy you're gonna have. You can, if I want to, I have to pay for it worse. But if I wanted to, Dave, I could go all this week on 3 hours of sleep a night if I really wanted to. And I could grind and be cohesive during the day because of the extra energy not processing meat and dairy give me. Here is why it was so important I did it then. It is because now there is no more rope. There is no more net. There is a virus loose that is seeking out the weak immune systems of people and attacking them. If you are doing anything that you know, if anything, but for the Bible bumpers among you, God is now more than ever. His mercy only extends to the edge of your ignorance. You are responsible for every fucking thing you know. If you know good and do bad, woe be unto you. I really believe we are in this time because the universe has no room for those who work outside of their purpose. That's why you're not gonna make it. If you fucking around and you know, I'll drive by McDonald's and see a line and go, yeah, all y'all gonna die early. Somebody need to find out where they live. Some property gonna become available in less than a year. These people are going to die. If you are listening to me and you bullshitting you in any way, that's where you're gonna fall. That's exactly where you're gonna fall. So if anything I can suggest, watch the movie Forks Over Knives and What the Health. If you can still eat bad after that, just know what line you in. I can't hear you, bro. And make sure I didn't fuck up nothing.
No, that's me. I had to take myself to Zoom school because apparently I forgot the goddamn mute button. But you know, right now, like I just have one desire. Like I'm cool on everything. Like business is steady, even in this economy, thank God. The channel is growing, the network's growing. What I want more than anything is to live. But before I really get into that and to move you on to the next thing, James like I know James.
Yeah.
And I remember having these conversations with James not long before he died. And we would talk about, the industry, because there's a whole lot of people right now eating off of James Hanna jokes.
Bruh. Yeah, okay. Yes, go ahead. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm not going to name names, but there were people that James named, and we'll talk about this off air, me and you personally, but there are people who James told me specifically, owed him money, jacked his shit, backed up off a deal, whatever the case may be. And when he died, those very same people was the first ones, as they sat on their TV show sets and, in the midst of their tours, talking about, oh, James Hanna was one of the greatest, da, 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 da. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. He's one of the greatest, but then why did you treat him like shit? And why did somebody who was that amazing and that talented, right? Like, even if you didn't see his stand-up, even if you just watched his toothpaste shit, how can anybody, knowing that this man was not doing what he loved full time anymore because he had responsibilities, and there were people that, without him being inserted into their particular situations at particular points in life, were eating based upon a foundation that he laid for them? How does that happen to such an amazing person?
I can tell you because I saw it firsthand. I'm gonna go on and level with you on a level that I'm gonna be totally transparent about this.
Keep it funky.
One footnote: there are people who shall remain nameless, celebrity comedians who shall remain nameless, that if where they were to where they are was a bridge, James is one of the rungs in that bridge. And was he not there, they'd have fell through a hole and not be where they are.
Yep.
Here was James' problem. I used to tell him this. Everybody ain't ready for truth from a shotgun. I'm your friend. We supposed to have look motherfucker talks. We supposed to, because I need you to straighten me out and I don't like it soft. You are exposing to these people who hire you their flaws and idiosyncrasies that they ran from to Hollywood in the first place. James was anything but bashful.
True.
And what the problem was, James was right on a lot of the shit he was saying. I just don't think a lot of the times he had a right to say it. But it was because James had very low tolerance for bullshit, even his own. Very low tolerance for bullshit. And I saw this at more than one Steve Harvey taping. By the way, James wrote on every episode of that show.
Facts.
We'd be at the taping. and everybody walking around, and I'm not talking about the principal actors, the producers and writers, looking at everybody they don't recognize like they got a doodoo suit on, just with this haughty attitude. And I'm seeing them do that to other people while I'm standing next to James, and a joke wouldn't work. The producers come to oh shit. They scramble over to James. All the writers huddle around James like a quarterback.
Yep.
And James didn't give a shit. I told y'all this wasn't gonna work on the page. I told y'all this wasn't gonna work in the table read when it didn't work in the table read, but now it don't work. Here, do this, and say that. On the next take, say that same thing, but change to that. And I'd be goddamn if both of them wouldn't kill.
Every time.
James Hanna, I've never seen anybody, you pull his arm and jokes come out. Just nobody wrote. When me and James wrote together, I would fuck with the structure. James would just crank the fucking jokes out. Yep. And it was one of the high points of my career. But the way he got to that place was because James spoke truth to power when oftentimes there were better ways to handle it. And it became in vogue to be on the outs with James. I had to check a couple comics that shall remain nameless. Hey, first off, you're not going to talk about James like that with me standing here, because we can do something else.
Right.
But and second, you're wrong about him. But it became, there were dudes I know that didn't know James that well that would badmouth James because there were other people who did know him that was doing it. But that shit was shut down when I walked up, because I really would put these doorknobs on you about my friend. I'm not that kind of friend.
Right.
But the truth was, James rubbed too many high-powered people the wrong way with his honesty to this point. And this was what I believe in his final hours he was working on. We had talked about it not too much longer before that. I told James, I said, dude, I want to say your ship got shot out of the sky, but you shot a hole in the floor. It crash landed. There are people who are orbiting you, see you down there smoking, could land, and they're not. Here, what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to rebuild your ship yourself. You're going to have to do your shit your way. Written and directed by James Hanna. Written, and I was like, dude, pick up the phone. Let's go. You got to stop depending on or thinking about these cats who literally, your words fed their families. And they stepping over you like a dog turd. Fuck them. Build your shit for you. Write your book. Finish your movie. Nigga, call me. I will write with, come on, man. And I think his brain started to turn because, again, 1988 is that way. There are still comics till today that do comedy like it's 1988. Calling clubs up, begging them to be underpaid, all that shit. If you keep with that shit, you too will perish. You who may be listening to me or will watch this later. If you still doing most of your business like your daddy did his business, your business on the way out. This is a new time. So yeah, to really get off on that, rest in peace to James. I love you. But yeah, he's a prime example of a genius who did not work as well as he should have on his relationships. It was hard to be in a relationship with James. It was easy for me because I too am a fucking asshole. So come on, bro. Dude, Dave, I need you to give it to me raw, man.
Right.
I'm working on these edits of the rant to get to you. Literally, they're up on my screen here. I'm literally working on them to get them to you as fast as I can. But in the future, when we work together, nigga, if I'm fucking up, all I ask for is privacy. Hey, Geoff, let me holler at you. Nigga, what the fuck is you doing? Everybody can't take that.
Right.
Everybody cannot take that. And you, of all things, and this has been a real Achilles heel of mine, is the ability to, I have to actually, before I get out of my car, whatever it is for you or whoever's watching, whatever it is that puts your mind in a higher place. For me, it's the game chess. It's my golf. I love it. I fucking suck, but I love it. Before I go into a meeting, before I go into a club, before I go into any interaction where I'm going to need my full brain, not just the analytical part, not just the creative part, not just the generous part, all of it. I say the word to myself, chess. Chess. I feel it. I see it. I see myself at a chessboard, and then I get out of my car. Because I have to preload the elements that I am going to need to fire. I'm going to have to pre-aim. The ready, fire, aim shit is not going to work into this situation I'm going into right now. Let me connect with my ancestors. Let me connect with my energy and be in this moment. And what puts me there, and for me to understand, is that I am playing chess in this next moment, regardless to whether I see these people in front of me as adversaries or not. There are always elements on the other side of the board. Negativity is always on the other side of the board, and that's in here. Complacency, always on the other side of the board. Sexual appetite, on the other side of the board. You walk in the room and the woman, one of the women that in the meeting is badass shit. God damn, she your type. She your type so tough that the other head almost starts doing the thinking. Not that you're gonna get you none, you just off your game now. Your sexual appetite is on the other side of the board. You need to know that so that you can play against that, whatever that is for you, so that you can have the outcome that you see and hear actually be the outcome. Most times the shit that's in the way of the outcome is nothing but you. Not what's coming at you. It ain't on what's coming at you to not come at you. It's on you to fucking duck.
Damn.
Or strike or take it. But to not walk into it without some knowledge of it while still being present. If you cannot bring yourself into this moment, if you still in 1988 or you so deep in 1988 and now that you are into a dismal 2030, you're not gonna make it.
Damn.
You're not gonna make it. Meditation. We'll get into that in a minute. I got dry mouth.
I understand. Drink your tea. Drink your tea. Yeah, man. That's I'll tell you the God don't make no mistakes. But yeah, man, it's true. Like you really gotta look at, how you handle things. And sometimes, I used to person that if there was a fly in my house, I would go outside, circle back to the shed, grab my bazooka and destroy the entire house.
You tell your daughter, baby, get your bike and your favorite doll.
We're loading up. We're moving.
That's hilarious.
You know, now I can't do that because, like, you know, shit. Nah.
Yeah.
But you know, that was one of the main things for me. Like, one of the reasons I started this network, and I don't want to stay on James Hanna all night. One of the main reasons I started this network was James Hanna, like, because I felt like James never really got his own platform off. You know what I'm saying? Like, Toothpaste was his, but it was on Facebook or YouTube, or he would hop on somebody's blog talk show, things like that. I got tapes of me and James Hanna talking shit for hours. You know.
Wow.
Yeah. You know.
Bro,
And,
we need to. I tell you what, dude.
mm-hmm.
We're gonna do Real Gangsters Move in Silence. We're gonna do something big with James Hanna on your channel. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, you know, I reached out to Crystal maybe a few months ago because it was just on my heart, and I told her that I wanted to do certain things. You know, she was like, oh, you know, and I didn't pick it up any further than that because I was like, I want shit to be right. So that's why God is good. Anyway, man.
Yeah, we might be on the same page. We might be on the same page.
I already know we are. You see what I see. I already know. But yeah, man, like, what do you think is important right now? Like, who else do you feel like after 2020 ain't gonna make it?
If you don't see, yes, we are not a monolith people. You're fucking doomed. Please tell me the last time on a serious issue you've heard Asians say we are not a monolith on a subject that affects all Asians. Granted, Koreans don't like you making jokes about them being Chinese. However, they not fucking around about no Pearl Harbor jokes because they do not see themselves as separate.
Huh?
We are already counting the morons. Only 13% of this nation. If you don't stop with the seeking out of why you are different than other Black people, I mean, the active looking for why I don't like this nigga right here. If you don't knock that shit off, you might have to save that nigga's life and he might have to save yours. You are not, here, prime example. And we are not a monolith people are, and I'm gonna go ahead and put them over there with the voters. Yeah. I'm about to upset a whole bunch of motherfuckers about to be upset with the voters. Those of you who think that you can go in a room
vote your way to freedom
with some curtains, yeah, like mine, and go back there and just vote your way out of this bullshit we in. Yeah, you. This concept that the vote means what it means now. I'm not saying that voting is entirely ineffective. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that voting for us right now is like armor-rolling my tires while my car is on fire. I got other shit that perhaps I should address first. Here, I'm about to give out some pimp game.
Here it comes.
This ain't even mine, Dave. Somebody put me up on this. This is what Asians do. The California real estate exam is roughly 200 questions, yeah?
Yep.
What they do is they get 10 of them to memorize question 1 through 20, 21 through 40, 41 through 60, and so on to 200. They take the test together and purposely fail it so that they can memorize the 20 questions to which they were assigned. They then, once everybody got their 20 questions around the same time, failed it 3-4 times, and now got their shit, they get together and they have a rough model of the test, which they study like a motherfucker amongst each other. And then they all go take the test and they all pass and they all only buy and sell real estate with one another. Could you tell me at that, anywhere in there where I said, who got voted in, who they were asking whether that person was Republican or Democrat, what candidate was mentioned, what march, what protest, unity of money, the pooling of dollars, the going out of the way to spend your money with somebody black, to getting with somebody from my end, like this dude, Dave. If you don't see it now, that you're supposed to be pushing all your chips in on brothers like this, if you still think at this point in time, with you having no choice but to watch me or someone else or something else from one of these smart devices that has been put in your home, that now all of your verbal thoughts, everything that come out your face, you can be advertised toward. If you don't think that of all times, now is the time to get behind cats like this and quadruple down on him, you ain't gonna make it. You ain't. It's that simple, bro. If you cannot see that we are against the wall, you ever see there's a YouTube video of these two deer, these two male deer, and they are fighting and fighting.
Locking horns, yep.
Locking horns, and out of nowhere, a lion comes and grabs one and breaks its neck.
Yep.
Surrounding us, you and I, brothers in thought. Are millions of black deer at odds with each other physically, each other socially, each other mentally, and at odds with themselves metaphysically, because they are out of touch with who they are as melanated people in this time. They're out of touch with that. So they're in a battle with that.
Wow.
And here comes the universe as this lion seeking perfection and eating everything else. While they in the middle of that fight with themselves, with each other, this shit that's coming is going to devour them. Who is going to leave? Cats like us and cats who are smart enough to go, hey man, that's a black business. I'm gonna go out of my way. I'm gonna pay more money. I'm gonna take it coming longer. Next group that ain't gonna make it.
Bro, that was heavy. That's real.
That's just how I see it. Yeah. I could be wrong. I could be dead fucking wrong. I've been wrong before. But I don't see it. I don't see us coming out of this expecting anybody to reach down into the quicksand and pull us.
Nah.
we gonna have to paddle out of this quicksand, bro.
Yeah. Real rap, bro. I knew something was up when I was a kid, man. I remember sitting down watching HBO with my dad. My dad was big on HBO, you know, because he didn't like, only time he would go to a movie is if I like begged him to take me. So like Transformers, the movie, Never Ending Story, shit like that. And during my era, that was, you know, big shit. But he was like, yo, you gotta see this movie. And so I'm sitting there, I don't get it at the time. But the thing that I noticed about this movie is the first thing was, didn't nothing look like what I thought it was going to look like, because this movie was a post-apocalyptic movie. So it's set in the future after whatever the big event was. They never get into
and what was the movie again?
Oh, I'm getting there.
Oh, okay.
Take a ride with me. It'll be worth the trip.
Yes, sir.
That's what they call a callback.
Yes, sir.
So
well played.
Thank you, sir. I learned from the best. I'm watching this film, and these folks have one thing for entertainment, and it's a fighting arena. Two men enter, one man leaves, and everybody else is just banging and clanging and watching with amusement, you know. And then I listened to the soundtrack, and I couldn't have been no more than 7, 8, maybe 9. And all I hear is Tina Turner saying, "We don't need another hero. We don't need another way home. All we want is life beyond the Thunderdome." And what I'm trying to get Black people to understand is this shit is Thunderdome. And y'all sit up here and y'all want to say, "Oh, I'm crazy, this, that, and the third." Listen, I don't knock nobody for having a job. If that's what you love, cool. All I'm saying is, if you understood the tax code, you would have a business. Because then you wouldn't be so worried about when that stimulus check's going to hit my account. And I don't understand why people don't see that this is a time where we need to be starting to say, you know what? I'm trying to get out of this Thunderdome one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's as simple as that. If we are sick, here's what kills me, right? I think I found somebody that ain't gonna make it.
Who?
Thumb thugs.
Oh, okay.
So, let me break this down, right? There are people who have issues, right? More issues than Ebony Magazine. And they're upset at whatever, you know, they woke up and the sun was too yellow, the clouds was too white, the sky was too blue, whatever. Mad. They just mad. They mad rappers and shit. I'm the type of person, whereas though, I love a good complaint. I'm good at complaining. The difference is my complaints usually spark solutions.
Right.
But these thumb thugs, they'll just sit on their Reddit forums or their fucking Facebook page, or they'll drive down past regular Twitter till they get to Black Twitter and start standing on their magical little soapbox and Nala Winston box. Shameless plug. And they'll bitch and moan about shit, but they'll never take any action. Like, I come, maybe because my parents was born in the 30s and 40s, I come from people that if it was a problem, like, we look, fuck getting arrested, we'll get arrested. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I come from fighters. So for me, I'm like, that doesn't make me better than anybody, but I'm trying to understand why people think that all you have to do is, one, find a cause that the news cycle tells you is important. Two, fight for that cause with a hashtag and a meme, putting on a hoodie, having a candlelight vigil, or singing a goddamn song.
Okay.
As opposed to cutting the check, starving people out. Like, I know from history, just reading history, there's two things that the enemy does not like. First is the loss of revenue. Second is the loss of life or bloodshed. But we don't do that. You know, a young lady can go to a hair salon or nail salon and get her teeth kicked in, get the cops called on her, and then when the community starts to protest, all they do is just have half prices on weaves and nails, and all of a sudden they got a line out. Thumb thugs ain't gonna make it.
Okay, man. Wow. Okay, hair. I gotta get that, man. I'm gonna go ahead because I've just been, I feel by the universe, promoted to senior Jedi. I've just made it to senior Jedi. The only way for me to give this to you is to be arrogant enough to give it to you in an avuncular fashion. Like, bro, this is OG to young lion.
I'm sitting down here like a Padawan learner.
All right. I think the only reason you battle with that issue is because, respectfully, with love,
yes, sir,
you don't know who your show is for. You think your show is to turn around the thinking of those who may think backwards, and then to another level, make clear a way to those who seek it, and then on the highest level, reaffirm and inform a program all the way already underway. You're only right about the last two. The numbers of people that you are going to stop in their tracks from their thinking with the literal first horseman of the apocalypse galloping in a fucking face. The number of those people that you are going to turn is not worth it. It's like digging through pig shit for pearls. There's other places to get pearls. I don't care how many pearls that pig ate. Dude, your show is not for them. What you are doing, what your movement, who your movement is for, is for the precious few that are in that circle that I spoke about earlier, with those who are at war with each other and themselves. Those who are at war, those who are ain't figured out that God is hope and Jesus is the way. It's some bullshit. You ain't figured that out yet. You haven't figured out that, and again, let me say this. Please understand that as a believer, I love God. I have just fired King James as his publicist. That's it. Please know that before King James came along, you worshiped gods that look nothing like this, that did nothing like this. There's some cats you need to look up if you're mad at me right now. Good. I can't in good conscience, bro, leave out the mind fuck that religion has done on us. That has put us in this place of this satisfaction sometime later from a Sky Daddy loop that doesn't allow us to pay attention to the now, that tells me still in this time, this nigga with this business bully TV, whatever nigga, do the nigga got Game of Thrones? Can I watch that on there? How come he got the same shit? That nigga ain't even got Martin. Oh, fuck all that. That dude, you ain't gonna have to worry about him because he's also filling his body with trash. He is also not fortifying his mind. Oh man. All that the horses don't stomp, the beasts will eat of these people.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be what they do to themselves. If you think your job, how's the little comedy thing going, Dave, people?
Oh, yeah, that.
I believe I told you this story. This happened to me with my first wife's father. Dude, getting married is a whole nother animal. I ruined 4 lives basically by getting married too early. They could have been better had I known better. But anyway, I got out of the Marines on a Friday. On Monday, I was working for McDonnell Douglas, making great 1987 bread. I think like $23 an hour, something like that. Doing basically the same shit I was doing in the Marines.
Right.
But I already knew I wanted to do comedy. I was living way too far from where I was working, but that's where my ex lived, and I moved out there, and eventually I got fired for being late. But I knew I wasn't going to be there long anyway, because comedy was what I wanted to do.
Right.
So I took a job selling cars, and I was good at it. And every minute that I was not selling cars, I was pouring into comedy. And her father used to love to ask me, how's your little comedy thing going? Until some shit went down and he wound up working in the same warehouses that I left working to go do comedy. He was working in the same place that I had left. So I won Star Search in 94. I bought some property and an all-white 99 Corvette, all white convertible. And I pulled back up in front of the place I used to work. And all my friends came out. And I told them, whatever you want to do is possible. See this as possible. Out come my ex-father-in-law. You know how good it felt to go, hey, how's the little warehouse thing going? Doo doo, yow. Them people. Them people. The people who brag about getting overtime. The people who are defined by the uniform they put on. And can somehow step over the brilliance that gives them the pride doesn't come from the uniform. It comes from that funk inside that you put on everything you do. It is not our fault that we are exceptional.
Thanks.
But if you ignore whatever it is that makes you exceptional, whatever it is God put you here to do, which is more than being the assistant manager at whatever. As my staff grows, I'm going to be expecting them to leave and get bigger. If you can find pride in something outside of yourself instead of inside, and not be able to channel that in and reawaken the desire to do what the Creator put you here to do, I don't give a shit what it is. Somebody needs it. And you can get it to them for barter, trade, or tender. And you're going to need to get that skill down before the internet comes down. Because that's where we're going, people.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to a place where we will be controlled by these boxes unless we have the ability to control our own outcomes. And you cannot do that working for somebody else. Clients, not bosses. That's what it's going to take. Just from that place, as far as I see it. But yes. Oh, there's a book I recommend. Who Moved My Cheese?
Oh, love that book.
People, look up the book, Who Moved My Cheese? Because the cheese has been moved. God damn, the cheese has been moved. Please read that book.
Yeah.
And hair, the thing I wanted to say about hair, bro, the when you say how do these sisters go back to this store? Here's how. And this is why you should thank your creator for Donald Trump. Here's how. Do you think amongst the sisters who went back into the store, any of them were the mother or the close relative, close enough to love relative of the sister that got kicked in the mouth?
No, of course not.
More than likely not. Of course not. That is because the mother and the loved one see themselves as connected to that sister on the ground, and the women who came back do not. They do not love your brother as yourself, because if you did, if you saw yourself as connected to her, the following would be possible. And we getting there. We're forced. What's going to happen is those of us who purely don't get it, a grand many of us are going to be burnt the fuck off. What is left will be a nucleus of high-minded, calculating brothers and sisters that are willing to work together and are realistic about on what level they are and what level they want to go. That's all that's going to be left. Because I don't see a way to survive this coming shit with hourly mentality, with I got to buy a car every 4 years mentality, with I got to floss on you mentality, with fuck that nigga mentality, with all black women as bitches mentality, with I treat hoes like nice girls and nice girls like hoes mentality. I don't see any of that making it where we got to go. And the more of that you can shed, the better your odds are. Because I don't know what the next steps are, but I know they steeper than this one we just took. And I don't know how you going to make that if you don't have enough clients. Not bosses, clients. I don't care if you bend balloons. Whatever the fuck it is you do. Now, frankly, I don't think God put you here to bend any fucking balloons. But whatever it is that you know the creator put you here for, that you left under a rock, so to speak, you gonna die right by that rock. You better pull it out. You better get to it.
Yeah.
You write books, you better write it. You make bikes, you better fucking make them. You sharpen lawnmower blades, now's the time. Whatever the fuck you do, that you do like nobody else. You play pool like nobody else, you better be a pool playing motherfucker and figure out how to turn that into some bread. Whatever it is, you need to beseech the creator and find that thing.
I'm not mad at that.
I don't see a third way out. I don't. I think the inability to unify, bruh. If you can't fucking do it now, that is why. Yes, this is why I said Black people have so much to thank Donald Trump for, because Donald Trump allowed you, especially those of you who like to brag about being the only nigga on your block, those of you who like to think that you could educate or relocate your way out of your skin, those of you who never thought in a million years you'd be sitting on the curb in a $1,500 suit.
Yeah, that part.
Yes, for those of you who were under that illusion, Donald Trump was nice enough to show you how the world looks at you and how white people really feel about you and how many there are and how many positions they're in, high and low. Watch John Henrik Clarke, You Have No Friends. Look up everything on John Henrik Clarke. If anything, Donald Trump showed you he was nice enough to give you a running start.
Right.
Now they gonna start shooting. First is germ. Whether it got off the chain or now was the time cosmically. First is germ. It's coming out people with high blood pressure. How do you get that? Eating bad. Diabetes, eating bad. That's all that is. Purely. If you watch the movie Forks Over Knives, you will find that most diabetes and other diseases, especially heart disease, are eradicated purely by diet. Purely. Purely. It's and to know that and to go the other way now there's a virus hunting you. There's a virus hunting you because you are hurting yourself. Think about that. There's a virus that is hunting you because you are hurting yourself. And if you can't figure it out, it's coming. It's coming. The inability to take direction. Man to man. I got to be able to see when Dave is just right. Dave right. And defer to that and see that as strength, not weakness. It is not weak for me to defer to another brother whose plan is better than mine.
Facts.
To not see better as always in front of you. Dave Better may come from one of your babies. Please listen to your babies.
Yep.
Please, they are so much closer to source than you because they've had less failure messages. They are closer to where they came from their mother, from the universe, than you and I. They're on a frequency, I'm telling you, out of the mouth of one of your children is gonna come some shit that might say your whole shit. But you got to be receptive to wisdom in all areas.
Thanks.
This is where we get into the fashion show that is politics. That's really what it is.
Right.
It's a pageant. Do you think Barack and Michelle would have been in the White House if they looked like JJ in Florida?
Nope.
No.
Close.
Sorry, no. Michelle was fine. Barack was tall, light, and handsome. Those are the niggas we like to see.
Yep.
Those are the niggas is okay with white folks liking to see. Because that's exactly who they want to be. They don't want to be represented. No.
Mm-mm.
They don't want to be represented.
Mm-mm.
Or no, I have that backwards. They don't want to be helped. They want to be represented.
Mm.
Representing all black people is Barack Obama. See, there is what you can be. Not asking for an investigation into why, a federal investigation be launched into why black people were denied bank loans. None of that.
Mm-mm.
None of that. None of demanding. And this is why I say voting is premature for us, in the way that dropping a turkey leg over into the crib of a 6-month-old. It's not the turkey legs are, if you eat turkey, they're not that bad. That's a fucking 6-month-old. He's not ready. He's not ready. He doesn't know what to do with this. He's gonna make a greasy mess if he doesn't choke himself to that. That's who we are with politics. Look up, what's my man's name? Dr. Claude Anderson.
Yep.
I know you. Yeah, I know you. You are, to those of you who may be watching, please look up Dr. Claude Anderson. These cats have the way out. They do, and the way out is the way in. And we're gonna have to get on that, bro.
Makes sense to me. Yeah, you teaching tonight. You ain't playing.
Well, Rob, hey, dude, if it's just, it's stuff that in order to disagree with me, you have to go down the wormhole of almost like trying to prove Jesus existed, but only using the Bible. In order to disagree with what I just said about the way out is the way in, you have to disagree with me only using ways of the world. That's the only way you can disagree with that. If you look spiritually inward and understand that there is no longer, the concept of security was never really there, but now there's no longer even the illusion of security.
Facts.
I truly believe what is happening is there is this finance shift that is timed. Wow, this is coming to me right now. It's timed with this global shift in order to counteract the effectiveness of those of us who are aware. Imagine how much more effective you would be with your groove. Give your groove 5 more 2019s.
Damn.
We can't give people like Dave 5 more 2019s.
Sure can't.
So we're going to shut this economy down now and start over. And we're going to hold underwater all them people I was talking about with the jobs, the how's that little comedy thing doing? Those people. We'll hold them underwater. Then, when they start to drown, like the Titanic, the next group is a small business owner that really don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's going to drown. And only those who can hold their breath long enough to get others on board of similar minds to do the same shit, them the only people going to survive. That is the reset that we are experiencing right now. And playtime is over. You got to get your shit together on as many levels as you possibly can to really, to nutshell it. There it is.
Yep. That's true. I can't be mad at any of that, sir.
Well, thank you, brother.
Well, you know, I just want to know, real quick, what kind of wisdom weed is that you are smoking?
This is a special blend. I don't even know. I gotta call my boy and figure out what
That's
it
why I
is.
love
Now, again, bro, I'm not cutting you off. I love this shit. If you want to keep rolling, we keep rolling. If we done, we done. But if not, we can chop it up. If there was any questions, anybody have any questions at all?
Let's see. Let's see what these folks are saying. Of course, looking all over here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, let's see. Marita says lifestyle diseases are no joke. Let's see. Bruce says teach, brother. Let's see. Questions. So here's one while they're trying to figure things out. At what point do you feel like in your career you made a shift? Like, at what point did you realize that there was things happening around you, or were you always at that point where you just like, look, there are things around you that you wanted to highlight, talk about, because you've always, as long as I've been following you, have had crazy insights.
Well, thank you, brother. And that's right. I want to dovetail back into joke thieves, but
yeah.
I always came from a different place with my humor. Mm-hmm. I like to say if you are going to twist reality, you have to have a good grip on it. So the shift for me, I think a few things. But first, my career went backwards. I'm gonna thumbnail this and run through this as fast as I can. Mm-hmm. I didn't really do a lot of clubs. I really didn't. I did maybe 9, 10 clubs. I did a gang of one-nighters in front of a bunch of white folks, Mexicans, to get strong enough to perform in front of black people. Because I was way smarter than I was funny. But when it started to balance out, right then, I got a manager that got me on Star Search. I won the Bay Area. Johnny Walker Red. Every competition I was in, I won. And everybody who wanted somebody clean and black in front of them, I was on the road with. Just a long list of people that I'm not going to, just unimportant at this time. A lot of famous people had me open their shows.
Right.
So I didn't really do clubs, and I didn't understand short bread. I was making long bread doing this. That and colleges, those paid.
Well.
Yes. Well, as wanting to do more in film and television and actually write and do less concert stuff. And it went in droves and waves, and it would be other comics who were doing it. AJ Jamal, Terry Hodges, Louis Dix. These are the dudes we were all vying. Earthquake. We were all vying for the same gigs.
Right.
So I would do a bunch, and then they would do a bunch. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do that forever. I'm gonna start doing clubs. And then when I figured out that clubs, unless, especially if you black, if you don't have a name, they paying you the same shit they was paying you in 1987 today, $1,500 in there. Okay. I said, no, I can't go. I can't do that.
Right.
So I got back into music. I started producing music, selling ringtones. when ringtones was hot. And I got into writing more for other people. And it appealed to me more because, again, the same hustle energy to get on the phone, you can use to punch up and ghostwrite scripts. You can use to write for other people. The same funny it takes to write stand-up, can write a book, can write a movie. You have to diversify and create a need. And if these clubs are not going to give you the opportunity, you're going to starve waiting on the phone to ring and begging these people. And the younger comics get it. The hit-driven comics. The only stab I have at internet comics is a lack of respect for the art form of stand-up. I don't care about where you are. I don't care about where you are. But at some point, we're going to all be back together, and we're going to all want to come out and see 45 minutes nonstop. And if you can't give me that, I only need to see you on the phone.
Right. And most of them can't. And they know that they can't. You know?
Oh, sure.
You know?
Sure.
And it's funny you say that, because for me, you know, I started, I got into comedy on a dare. You know, because I would I make jokes and make little smart ass comments, and Comedy Club had a contest, and they were just looking for students to fill time. You know? And I got up and I won. Actually, let me correct that. Two of us won. I won, and I tied with a guy named Naeem Lynn, who's a plastic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Naeem is my man. Love him to death. Every time I see him, he can be 80 yards ahead of me, and I'll come up behind him and be like, I have a poem. He got on stage, right? And Naeem, he had real bad skin condition. So he relied on his jokes, you know, to get him over. And he said, I wrote a poem and I want to read it with y'all. And people didn't know that he was funny. I knew he was funny. So he says, I want to read this poem to y'all. Now, keep in mind, it's my first time doing a poem. So these jokes that I'm about to tell you, if they don't work, I'm going to just scratch them off the list. He was like, so I want to give y'all this poem because it's for the ladies. And he was like, bitches ain't shit. And still I rise. Yo, everybody lost it, man. And for me, just that high when you get that first pop, that first laugh, you know, I was like, there is nothing in the world like this. And so I was full-time at Temple University, and every Thursday through Sunday I was in the Laugh House. I became the Laugh House warm-up comedian. You know what I'm saying? And I loved it. Then I could go and I do gigs here, there, and hither and yon until I started running into janky promoters, and I said, oh, there's got to be a better way.
Yeah.
You know, that, hey, you ever heard this one? And I know you have. Hey, Geoff, let me holler at you. Yeah, man, we was a little light on the
I've heard about it. I've never had, because I thank God, again, my career went all over that shit. I never had to do any of that shit. And I understand. Right. I understand, because now all I can be about your money is mad. And I can't tell the phone call, I ain't finna start no war with you over this money. I'm just fucked out of the money for what I did. Here's how I used to keep them out of my circle. Because I had them call. I was like, hey man, here's what I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need before no less than 30 days before the event, I need a 50% deposit, non-refundable. I need 25% of my money when I get off the plane, and the remainder right before I touch the mic. So from the very onset, I am never more than 50% behind the 8 ball ever, because most of them fell out at stage 1. You couldn't come up with my deposit 30 days before. That means I'm preempting some more bullshit. If you can't do that, then it's going to be some more bullshit. The sun is not going to shine brighter than it is right now. And motherfuckers is always waiting for the clouds to get. No, nigga. It's raining in front of this nigga, and you waiting on the sun to come out. Girl, Keisha, the sun is not going to come out. This nigga ain't shit. Keisha mama done told you Junebug ain't shit. Baby's mama number 1, 2, and 4 then told you he ain't shit. But now, no, he ain't shit until you are waiting for your car after work and you done peed on the stick and it done turn color and he riding around with other bitches. Now he ain't shit. Okay.
But I have an important question.
What?
If baby's mama 1, 2, and 4 told her, where was number 3?
Number 3 is all right with this nigga. They getting along. They were actually soul ties. They getting along.
Yo.
Now, let me say, bro, I got to, I wanted to say this about joke thieves.
Joke thieves.
A joke thief is, think about what an opportunity we have. To be a stand-up, you get to tell the whole fucking world exactly what's on your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You get to speak Dave Anderson's mind.
Yep.
Win, lose, or draw. Now, in a pinch, if I don't speak Jeff Brown's mind, I choose to speak Dave Anderson's words from Dave Anderson's mind. What I am saying is that I honor Dave's thoughts over my own. And that I am coward enough to have another man's words take up the opportunity to speak freely. Just to save my own vanity. They are fucking cowards, Dave.
Wow. That's hard body.
They're fucking cowards, and they know who they are. They know what they stole. Yo, you don't have to, bruh. My jokes used to call me from the road. Hey, I'm in Cleveland with so-and-so. I miss you. My jokes, oh, dude, so many more. Yeah. But now I don't want to end this on a downer. I really don't want to end it. What is it? 9 motherfuckers? Yeah, these 9 motherfuckers. Thank you so much, you 9 motherfuckers, for staying. There was about 23 of us in here. Yeah. The other ones that left, they're in the herd. They're fighting with themselves. They're going to die. Only we're going to make it. Only you. That's it. Congratulations.
Sticking around to the end. You got to stick it through.
Those who stayed, you're going to make it. The other people are going to die. Anyway, here's what is going to help you be your best self, in my opinion. I'm going to share with you 2 things I do. 1, how I meditate. I believe in the power of the number 13. 12 disciples, 1 Christ. 12 zodiac signs, 1 sun. 12 jurors, 1 judge. 13 is everywhere. Because of that, I count my breaths to 52, which is divided by 4 sets of 13. So I get to, I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm counting my breaths, which I'm letting the thoughts go. I'm only focusing on counting my breaths to center myself. When I get to 13, I take an extremely deep breath. I let it go. 26, extremely deep breath. 39, extremely deep breath. I then, on the 52nd breath, I hold my breath and I say to myself, as long as I can, positivity. Oh, yeah, Tommy Watkins, I'm gonna answer that. Positivity, creativity, organization, proactivity, follow through, abundance. Positivity, I must be positive in all things that at the beginning of the day, I must start on a positive note. Creativity, that is my big joker. I must start with my big joker. When I get done being creative, I must organize it because it's no good if it's not organized. I then must be proactive about it. Who gives a fuck if it's organized in my office? I got to get it out and get it where it goes. I then have to follow through on the proactivity. And if I do that, I will fall bass backwards into abundance. Now, as I exhale, I say the reverse of all those words. Negativity, block, chaos, stagnation, procrastination, lack, all leave my being, is the words I am saying to myself as I exhale. I do that over and over because if you think of it, negativity, block, chaos, stagnation, and procrastination are the tools of lack. If you build with those tools, you will build lack. That is my meditation with a pen to write down the thoughts that I just wouldn't let go. The thoughts that you need to do this. I am writing this down, which leads to the final thing. When I am at my best, and I'm failing, y'all, I stumble forward. But when I am at my best, you write down what you are going to do. And 2, only do what the fuck you wrote down. And it sounds simple, but it is a complex thing that will put your ass in line. If you do this for 30 days, watch your life change. Basically, if you know where you want to be 12 months from now, you can divide that into 12 chunks. Divide those 12 chunks by 4. And you now have everything you're supposed to do each week. If you can do that division on your 1-year goal, on what needs to be done. And you can look right at what you wrote down and see where you bullshitting day by day. Either you did it or you didn't. Once you write it down, it becomes real. It is brought out of, that is what you do when you write. That is why writing is so much more important than typing into a computer. Because what you type into a computer is still virtual. Your thoughts are real on another plane.
Damn.
Business Bully was real in your head first. It was real there. It didn't become real here until you wrote it down.
Very true.
And once you wrote it down, there was paper. With Business Bully shit on it. It's real. It has become tangible. It has traversed the metaphysical plane. Writing is what allows your dreams to traverse the metaphysical plane. It goes from in here to real, to tangible. That's why it's called spelling. You are casting spells in the universe. You must learn to write down what you're going to do because now is real. Now it is absolutely real. And then do this real thing and watch real things grow. And only do that. Because if you don't, you can so easily mistake busy for progress. It's real easy to do that shit. And all you're basically doing, I call it flying without instruments. You can take off in your little plane and do the most fantastic barrel rolls and dives and curves. But if you don't have a map, nigga, you're just burning gas. A lot of motherfuckers is just flying around burning gas with their life, really wanting to be something and really having the opportunity to be something. But nigga, you burning gas because today is supposed to be about this. And you doing that, which could have waited. While important, not the most important thing you're supposed to do today. Get this book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I love that fucking book. It's time for me to read it again.
Yep.
That's a reread for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that somebody had a question.
Tommy Watkins.
Well, yeah, what was Tommy's question? I can't see it.
What do you do when you have people who are telling you that, you know, basically like you'll never make it, your dream is crazy? How do you overcome that?
First, understand that read Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now. That is about the inability of your ego to take a no. You're supposed to take that no and put that fuel in the engine that pushes you forward. Because all that no is, what's the brother's name again?
Tommy Watkins.
Tommy. All that no is one less on the number of no's before you get the yes. If in your endeavor, it takes 300 no's to get a yes, that's because you're new and you fucking suck. Go through those 300 no's. Go through them. 300 people aren't going to tell you no. They're not. If you're right, 300 people ain't going to tell you no. Try to find the most 300 most influential people on the next level and be honest with yourself about the next level you need to go. And that next level is not where you're going to look for information. You're going to look for information above that level, because the next level where you're going is where you're going to find the most hate. You're going to go 2 levels up. How am I supposed to get there? And you trickle the information down to yourself. And you take those paths and seek out the no's. As long as it's not no because you are black, no because you are a man, and no because you are alive, no because is a chip away to yes. No because your movie's too long. What are they telling you? We need a shorter movie. No, because your movie isn't in focus. What are they telling you? You need a better director of photography. You need a better cameraman. Keep trimming off of whatever it is you want to be with the nose and find out why. Why will tell you more about the person that you are listening to than even what you need for you. You ain't gonna ever make it because your daddy ain't shit, so you ain't shit. Nigga, is that really about you? No. This ain't gonna never be shit because it's too goddamn hard. I tried this 20 years ago, and now I'm driving trucks for Sears. Nigga, that's about how hard it was for him. That ain't got shit to do with you. Find out why. Mostly, for the most part, nobody right now, yeah, do me this favor, Tommy, do me this favor, put up what it is you want to be, so that, you know what, no, fuck that, just apply this to your analogy. I'm not going, there might be a lag, he might be doing something. Right now, I am going to, I guess I'm going to superimpose on you, Dave, being the next Don Cornelius and Barry Gordy in the Barry Cornelius.
I'll take that.
Okay, that's who I'm gonna put on you.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the heads of CBS, NBC, ABC, Disney, Fox, HBO, Netflix, Crackle, all those heads are not in a room somewhere going, how can we fuck Dave? Him and that little motherfucker, Geoff Brown, that's going to try to help him. Fuck them both. It's the people right around you. The people at the top don't give a fuck about you. They're too focused on not being one of you. Please quit looking for hate from the sky.
Look for hate right on the ground level.
It's right on the ground. It's right next to you. It's that supervisor that's going to try to give you the hours to fuck you. It's your girl comparing you to her girl's man who worked for UPS, but they can go do shit and don't know he cheating on her on his route. It's that shit. You have got to, your dream has to be something that you protect and respect, Tommy. From this place, be realistic about your dream. If you had a 3-year-old at your house, would you give that 3-year-old a hard hat and some boots and tell him to get out at 5 a.m. to go find a construction job? No, because he's your baby and you don't expect your baby to take care of you. Well, so is your dream right now. Your dream is your baby. Stop expecting your baby to feed you. And if that means you need to get a fucking job to feed your baby, feed the baby and do the right shit. Feed the baby the vitamins of relationship. Feed the baby the vitamins of focus, the vitamins of your time, the vitamins of your learning so that your baby can grow to become this monster that can feed you. Because if you don't and you overexpose your baby, just like the 3-year-old, your baby will die.
Thanks.
Straight up. That's to you, Tommy. Somebody might be telling you your shit ain't gonna work because you're doing your shit wrong. Do your shit right. Make sure you're doing your shit right and use haters as fuel, but always ask them why. When somebody tell you your shit won't work, you need to know why. So you can sift through it for these two important factors. Is this person right? And if not, what kind of fucked up bullshitter is this person? So I know where to put them.
Gotta categorize the stupidity.
Go, bro.
Man. Geoff, this was everything, sir.
Yes, thank you, brother. I love it.
I love you more.
Oh man, bro, let's get it. Let's get it.
Okay.
Let's get Mo getting it. Let's get Mo. Let's get everybody involved. I really hope I help some people. Please share this. Please get people knowing this is not about changing minds for me. This is about fortifying changed minds. And I hope I can. I hope anything I said or if you need to holler at me, do me a favor, man. Oh, fuck it. I can type it in. I'm gonna put my my emails for I'm about to kick Giraffe Balls off hot and heavy again. I finally got my shit right in here. Fuck, I might do Giraffe Balls on Zoom. No, because I can't run my music in here. But yes, Giraffe Balls will be back. And I want to put my email up. You got questions, you got shit you want to do, You need beats, holler at me. I'm gonna put my SoundCloud up here. Yeah, man, bruh, I am all for your movement. I am all fucking in. I see what you want, and I see it as necessary, and I see you as the veteran player and myself as veteran players who never got rings. We don't have a ring yet.
Oh, Charles fucking Barkley over here.
Yes. Yeah, nigga.
Except for I got a black woman.
Y'all can't have, nigga. The other ones tear up quick. Wow. I can't. The only old sexy white woman I know is Helen Mirren, and I cannot figure out why that white woman is sexy to me.
Yeah. What is she take? And I was like, and it's funny you said it because I was me and my wife were having this conversation months ago. Like, and I was like, I wonder what she looked like when she was younger. When she was younger, I was like, but old ass Helen.
Yeah, I saw her young. And I was like, yeah. But this older chick, dude, did you see the movie Shadow Boxer, I think it is?
Yeah.
With her and Cuba Gooding?
Yeah, bro.
Oh my God. I was like, this broad, it's like she's in like librarian sexy or something. She just really is. I don't know how we got down that road.
No idea.
Dude.
Damn you, Charles Barkley.
Yes. Then you start talking about the black woman who, bruh, the black woman as queen is a whole nother show. I would love, we need to talk.
We're gonna do that.
We can do some more shows.
Yep.
Whatever you want to do, man. Nigga, you know the number. We can do. I would love to do a show on the word. Oh my God. Get in touch with Hakeem Green. Hakeem Green. KRS-One's right-hand man, my Facebook friend. I'm gonna put him in here. You need to have Hakeem Green, bro. You need to holler at him. Maybe not for CoronaCon because all the slots are taken up.
Right.
But the next deep talk, tell you what, first YouTube, y'all, YouTube Hakeem Green, and then the word typed out, nigger, Nigger, and prepare to have your fucking wig pushed back. Yes. So, but at any rate, I'm gonna put my shit up here, man.
Please. And let people who are just watching, who aren't in the Facebook feed, let them know where they can find you.
Oh, okay. Twitter, Instagram at GB Funny Style. GB Funny Style at gmail.com. Geoff Breeze Music. I'm about to put that up there. You remember that? Look for me or listen for me. You'll hear stuff I wrote all week, but you'll hear me tomorrow and Thursday and perhaps Friday on the D.L. Hughley radio show. We'll be taping tomorrow. Big shit coming on my man's network.
Big shit.
We really coming soon. Giraffe balls only on his network.
Facts.
Only
giraffe balls, man. If y'all ain't never seen giraffe balls, it's crazy. So
yeah, it's a whole different experience.
Right.
But at any rate, man, I love you. I thank you so much for this opportunity. Hope I help somebody. Y'all niggas be good.
That's what it is. Geoff Brown, ladies and gentlemen. CoronaCon tomorrow is definitely going to be hit. Well, shit, CoronaCon later on today because we after midnight on the East Coast. David Banner, Reza Islam, Derek Grace, Mario Armstrong, so many people, man. So y'all get ready for a phenomenal time, and we will check y'all very soon. Thanks so much for being here. Geoff Brown don't know how to work his shit. So
I came back and nigga, hang up on me, nigga.
Oh man,
I don't know what the fuck. No, you know who I am? I'm gonna tell you this, I'm gonna go. You remember when you thought because that's what I did. I thought I was doing my grandparents. I was big wheeling when I wanted to start search. I bought them the state-of-the-art answer machine. And I told my old fucked up ass cousins to do their message because they didn't know how to do it. Nobody would do it for years, nigga. For years, this was my grandparents' answering message. I don't know how to work this damn thing. Well, call the boy on the phone. God damn it, I don't have to call him and disturb him for this shit. Who the fuck is you yelling at? I don't give a fuck about it. For years, nigga. For years. Because they were old people with technology. I am the blinking 12 o'clock on the VCR with this shit right now. That's who I am with technology. It got past me. Right around 32-bit, it just got past me, bro.
My granddaddy put electrical tape over the blinking 12.
Yeah, nigga. Because if nobody fixed Big Mama's clock, y'all niggas wasn't shit. Somebody could have fixed Big Mama's clock and blinked 12 o'clock for fucking ever. 12 o'clock, and nobody fixed it. That's because y'all ain't shit. But at any rate, that's who I am. That's why I came back, because I was trying to get the fuck out of here. And I just pressed I'm on the iPad, so I just pressed the diminish. I thought it was gone, and you kept talking. So I said, well, wait a minute, let me bring it back. And that's, yeah. So I'm going to try it one more time. And okay, let me see. Stop video. I think that's it. All right, y'all, I'm going to try this one. Come back here.
He just turned the video off.
So I'm still in here?
You're still in.
What the fuck?
Good night, y'all.